first go Dogs, man. Let me give my Dogs a proper salute. You understand? Back to back. Man, listen. Hey.
Mike happy as hell.
Hey, listen, man. I don't even know if that do it justice, Kevin. I ain't even gonna lie, bro.
Look at them cheeks.
Hey, yo, man, listen. So now y'all know we had our little scope predictions, and everything. Yeah. And I thought, I'm like, I said, you know what, Kevin and Quinn probably right. They probably will get them by a little more than I said. I said, because I thought about what y'all was saying. The talent will probably start away in the fourth quarter. Like what you said, Quinn, it'll be all right first quarter.
Whatever I said was a lie.
I mean, it kind of was for about 8 minutes.
eight clock minutes. It wasn't 8 game minutes.
Dog.
Because it was what, 10-7? And it
10-7.
Oh, Jesus.
The bottom fell out, bro.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the turning point when I saw Max Duggan when he missed Quentin Johnson on that deep crosser route.
On that first drive.
Yes. I think it was a post.
He threw it and it was like
he had him because he didn't lead him. He threw it behind him. And it was over with after that.
Yeah, that would just made it 65-14.
Yep. It was over.
Man, so, and of course now I'm happy, you know what I mean? And I as a fan, I've been on the other side way too long. So listen,
I just wanted last year. Shut up.
Man, listen, bro. One out of Quinn.
Somebody said one ain't enough.
After all that time,
you get like me, now ain't greedy. Look at it.
Hey, listen, Quinn. Hey, look, we ain't ate in a long time.
Greedy though.
Hey, look, so but shout out to Stetson, MVP, Javon Bullock, which I figured, I thought he would be able to make a lot of plays to get the MVP. I didn't know he was gonna do all that, but he did all that and didn't even play the second half. But
well, they was eating chicken wings in the second half, man.
That was crazy. That was crazy. So, but just like, I saw a lot of different takes, right? I saw people saying that's why Alabama should have been in. I saw people saying like TCU shouldn't have been there. I saw like do y'all? I think Georgia a better team than them. But I don't know if they 65-7 better than them.
Yes, Mike. Yes, they are. So the reason why I say they are
65-7, Quinn.
The reason why I feel like that is a good depiction of the disparity between those two teams is because it wasn't no craziness happening. It wasn't no flukes happening. It was just football, and one team was just clearly better than the other. I think that was a true depiction of the difference between those two teams.
Yeah, so that's what happens when the best teams are motivated. They show you the difference between a team that's got 14,
17
4 stars, and 17. A team that's got 30, 40, 4, 5 stars. Like there's a difference, but this is a different level. Yeah, like I said, the reason I thought they would beat them by at least 17 is, for one, Georgia is top 3 in recruiting every year, first of all. But that talent don't make mistakes. When you don't make mistakes and you're that talented, it's hard enough for anybody to beat you, let alone a team who is nowhere near as talented as you.
Mm-hmm. Mike, I guarantee you, them players, how good they felt to even beat them, because they got outplayed in that Ohio State game. They did up until that fourth quarter.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
I guarantee you, if they would have beat Ohio State comfortably, that score probably would have been somewhere like maybe 45-17 or something like that. It'd still been bad.
Okay.
But they got there when I guarantee you, some of them felt like they shouldn't have been there because they was losing that whole game. Mm-hmm. And Kirby played that up the whole week. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then that pregame speech, I heard that. I want to go play for Georgia.
I swear I want to go play. but I feel you. So that's kind of like to Kevin's point. He said they was motivated.
Yeah.
I feel you. Because you know what? I think you put it best. Like, had they beat Ohio State by maybe 10, 13 points, or, just beat them and not struggled in the way they struggled defensively, the hiccups, kind of some of them offensively or whatever, then, like you said, it probably would have been 45, whatever. But, to both of y'all point, like you say, and like Kevin said, they was motivated. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, they dominated. And to be honest, and not trying to, but without the busted coverage, they might not have got that 7.
Oh, they wouldn't score.
I wouldn't. See, like my thing is, like, I don't have an issue. Like, everybody, I'm an Alabama fan, but I don't think Bama should have been in. Like, I think they got it right in terms of the teams that should have been there. I think they got that right.
Right.
The issue I have is y'all trying to separate Ohio State and Michigan. For what reason? Because you think if you get Ohio State and Michigan in the championship game, it's going to be a moneymaker? Is that why you separating them? Because truth be told, it should have been TCU versus Georgia
in the first round.
In Michigan versus Ohio State in the semifinal too.
Right.
Forget the rematches and all that other stuff.
And then we should have saw Georgia versus either Ohio State or Michigan.
Exactly.
In the ship.
Yep.
I agree with that. Because
TCU is the first school that lost the last game of the season and didn't drop it all in the college football playoff history. They didn't drop it all. Ohio State dropped.
Georgia dropped last year.
Georgia dropped last year. They didn't drop now a single spot.
Because remember, that's how Georgia ended up playing Michigan.
Yeah.
Because Georgia was one. Georgia was one. Yeah, because they was undefeated. Bama moved to one, right? Or Michigan.
Bama moved to one.
Bama moved to one. They played Cincinnati 4, and Michigan and Georgia was 2 and 3. Got it. Yeah, you're right.
Because they're trying to like we never really have a criteria on what the committee really, what they're really looking for.
It's a moving target.
Yeah, it is, because some years you get the four most talented teams, but this year we got the 4 most deserving teams, which is different. You know what I mean? And you see what most deserving got you. it got a 65-7 drubbing.
Yeah, that was bad.
I feel like Georgia would have taken care of them in the first round. You got a much better, even though both semifinal games were great. Yeah. I feel like you would have got a much better championship game with Georgia versus Ohio State or Michigan.
Go ahead, my bad.
Even instead of the what you got, because they had their lowest ratings over championship game ever Monday night.
Yeah,
you knew that was gonna happen. Like, even I think TCU would have played better if it would have been the first round. I don't think it would have been that bad. It probably would have looked like Bama and Cincinnati did last year. Like, they beat them handily, but it wasn't 65-7.
Yeah.
It'd be more like probably 28-3 or something like that. You know what I mean? But
bro, they literally scored every drive except for the punt after the half and the kneel down at the end.
Yeah, because they couldn't do nothing. Like, they couldn't do nothing offensively, and they couldn't stop them defensively. Like, it was so clear on who the best team was. On if it wasn't even funny. Bro. It looked like high school versus college, bro.
From the coin toss.
Because on them last 2 touchdowns Branson Robinson scored, they weren't even running like no sophisticated running plays. It was just like, run the ball if we score, cool. And he was just 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 yards a carry.
About everybody. Like, Brock Bowers was killing in the first half, and like,
he had
what can you do? Like,
he had like nothing. What he had, $159, something like that. It was Lad McConkey. It was crazy.
It didn't matter.
Like, for people who say them stars don't mean nothing, it used to be like that back in the day when it wasn't as accurate. 05, 06, when it was just really getting into that stuff. Like, stars was kind of back then. You can't really pay attention to. But now, you better listen to them folk, them recruiting services. Exactly. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and also now you got these coaches who coming in there and developing the stars. You see what I'm saying? Now that play a big part too, right? So you look at even in that game Monday night, that was Big Bad Alexander's best game of the season. Cause all the sauce they've been putting on him now is you know what I mean? Now he ain't no freshman no more, really. You know what I mean? Technically, of course he is, but I'm saying you get what I mean. He played 15 ball games in the SEC. Right. Now you ready to go. So Jalen Walker, another freshman. You know what I mean? Marvin Jones Jr., these guys starting to turn the corner. So you developing that talent. You understand what I'm saying? And it was 0 sacks. I think the only hurry was when Stetson got the first down. That might have been the only hurry.
Yeah. And he baited dude into that.
Yeah.
When he spent out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That might have been the only hurry. So, you know, it was man, for me, it was beautiful to watch. Listen, it's so funny, right? Everybody that I talk to, right? So I go and Seldom had a game Tuesday night. So I'm a Georgia jacket. So I'm walking. Guy like, oh man, boy, they put a whooping on them last night. Man, I quit watching after such and such. I went and did this. Like, so everybody, so I called my mechanic. I called him. I had a couple things I needed done on sale car. So we get ready to get off the phone. He's like, oh, you doing real good, ain't you? I said, what's up? I said, oh yeah. He said, yeah, man, I quit watching after the second quarter. Like everybody I talked to said the same thing. So, man, it was man, that was man.
I mean, and then it just shows you the dominance of the SEC. I think
absolutely.
Like if you look at it since 2007, I think there's only 3 non-SEC teams that won a championship.
They've won.
And Clemson, there's 2 of them.
Clemson. Well, I mean, but the teams: Clemson, Ohio State, and Florida State. The only 3 teams who won a national championship that ain't out of the SEC since 2007.
Since 2007.
The last 15 years, there's only been 3 other teams.
Right. So what is it? 14 out of the? Oh no.
It might be since 2006. Did Florida win in 2006?
Florida won in 06. They beat Ohio.
So it's been since 2006.
They beat Ohio State.
You and the SEC went on what's that, a 9 of 6, 7 year run?
It was 7 years.
Yeah, it was Florida, LSU, Florida, Bama, Auburn, Bama, Florida State.
Yep, then Florida State broke it. That was 7 years. Florida State broke it. And then who won that next year? Ohio State, and then back to Bama, then Clemson, then Bama,
then Clemson, Bama, Georgia.
LSU.
Yeah, LSU.
Bama, Georgia. And I've seen